Hey, how's it going everyone? It's me, it's Jinsula, and welcome to another Pokemon Go deep dive video. Today we're going to be covering the legendary water and fairy type Pokemon Tapu Fini, and I'm going to be telling you why this particular Pokemon could be the absolute game changer in the Ultra League. It is a very strong counter to some of the most common Pokemon in the Ultra League, and it is a very powerful Pokemon with some really great moves. I'm going to be talking about all of this in today's video, so let's roll the intro and jump right into it. Alrighty, so let's talk about Tapu Fini. So this legendary water and fairy type Pokemon was recently introduced into Pokemon Go, and a lot of people have been wondering where this Pokemon fits in when it comes to Pokemon Go's gameplay. Well, I can tell you right now, it is looking to be a really strong pick for the Ultra League, mainly because the Ultra League is filled with Pokemon like Swampert, Talonflame, Machamp, and a whole bunch of other Pokemon that could get easily taken down by this one Pokemon. So first, let's go over Tapu Fini's stats. This Pokemon rocks a very heavy defense stat as well as a fairly decent attack stat. It's going to be really useful in PvP, but it's not necessarily going to be useful in raid battles because of the low attack stat compared to other water type Pokemon. Tapu Fini comes with an attack stat of 189, a defense stat of 254, and a stamina stat of 172. As mentioned before, it is a water and fairy type Pokemon, which means it's going to have only 3 weaknesses, and those are electric types, grass types, and poison types. The key thing about this Pokemon is that it has a ton of resistances. It resists dragon type attacks, bug type attacks, dark types, fighting types, fire types, ice types, and water types. If you think about some of the hardest hitters in the Ultra League, they typically have these particular types. So if you're having trouble with Pokemon like Dragonite and Talonflame and different things like that within the Ultra League, then this could be your one answer to all of those Pokemon. You will want to think of Tapu Fini as the Ultra League version of Azumarill, and if you're familiar with the Great League, you would know that Azumarill is an absolute menace. One of the things that makes Azumarill such a powerful Pokemon in the Great League is of course its moveset, and if you look at Tapu Fini's move pool, it's pretty similar to Azumarill. Tapu Fini can come with the fast attacks Hidden Power or Water Gun, and in terms of its charge moves, it could have Hydro Pump, Surf, Moonblast, and Ice Beam. Probably the most ideal moveset that you will want to bring with Tapu Fini is going to be Water Gun for its fast move, and Surf and Moonblast for its charge attacks. Surf is a very powerful water type attack that is spammable, so you should have no problem baiting out a whole bunch of shields, especially if they are weak against water types. And of course, Moonblast is kind of like the upgraded version of Play Rough. It deals 20 more damage for the same energy cost, and it also has a chance to reduce the opponent's attack stat. The rank 1 IVs for Tapu Fini in the Ultra League is going to be 0 attack, 15 defense, and 15 stamina, and of course, you will not be able to get these IVs from raid battles considering that there is an IV minimum. But if you do a whole bunch of trades with a friend for Tapu Fini, then there is a high chance that you will be able to get somewhat close to these IVs and you will have one that is going to be viable for the Ultra League. Of course, you will want to avoid doing any lucky trades for Tapu Fini, that will kind of defeat the purpose, but I would say find a friend that has a whole bunch of these and do a mirror trade of Tapu Fini every day. As long as you are consistently doing trades for Tapu Fini, eventually you will get one that is really close to these rank 1 IVs. Now, let's say you are not interested in the Ultra League or the Go Battle League itself, and you're wondering if this Pokemon is going to be useful for raid battles. Well, like I mentioned earlier, this Pokemon is going to get outclassed by a whole bunch of other water types, and that is of course because of its lower attack stat. Pokemon like Kyogre is always going to be king when it comes to raid damage, and of course there's a whole bunch of water types that could be mega evolved like Gyarados and Blastoise that are always going to outperform this Pokemon in raid battles. So therefore, this Pokemon is unfortunately not going to be viable in raids, but if you are lacking in really good water type Pokemon, then this is a Pokemon that you could still use, mainly because of the high amount of resistances, and you should still be okay. And of course, this could still be a very useful Pokemon for for Team Go Rocket leader battles, especially because the resistances and the high amount of defense stats is going to allow you to outlast those battles. And of course, Surf is going to be useful in baiting out 2 shields from the Team Go Rocket leader so that it opens it up for all of your other Pokemon to counter their Pokemon. But I would honestly say that Tapu Fini's biggest strength is going to be in the Ultra League. It counters so many of the Pokemon that have been the staples of the Ultra League meta, and I really do think that this particular Pokemon is going to shake things up. But of course, Tapu Fini does come with its inherent weaknesses. It is pretty much going to be hard countered by a lot of Pokemon that are in the Ultra League, like for example Venusaur and Metagross. They're going to be pretty nasty against Tapu Fini, and then there are Pokemon like Shadow Nidoqueen and Shadow Swampert that are going to outpace this Pokemon in terms of damage. But for any of the Pokemon that have been a real menace in the Ultra League, this is going to be your one answer. I mean, because of the release of this Pokemon, it's no longer going to be safe to use Pokemon like Machamp and Talonflame, mainly because this Pokemon is going to be a really hard counter to those particular Pokemon. Out of all of the Island Guardian Legendary Pokemon, this is going to be the one that is actually viable in PvP. And that's pretty exciting, considering that the Ultra League meta has needed a shakeup in a long time, and it really seems like the same Pokemon has dominated the Ultra League meta. But with the introduction of Tapu Fini, that is no longer going to be the case. I would say you should stock up on as many Tapu Fini as you possibly can, and find someone else who has also stocked up on a whole bunch of Tapu Fini, and see if you can get a daily mirror trade with that player so that you can get those really good PvP IVs. Now, before I close this video, I want to talk about whether or not Tapu Fini is going to be viable for the Master League or the Great League. Of course, when it comes to the Great League, we already have Azumarill, and that's going to be a lot easier to get compared to this particular Pokemon, especially because you will need to find a Tapu Fini that is under 1500 CP in order to be used in that league. So you're better off just going with an Azumarill, especially because Azumarill will do a lot that Tapu Fini does, but only better. And when it comes to the Master League, it is obviously going to get outclassed by a lot of other water types, and unfortunately there really isn't a place for this Pokemon. But it's like I said repeatedly in this video, Tapu Fini is going to definitely shake up the Ultra League, and you do not want to miss out on that shakeup, so make sure you have yourself a really good Tapu Fini that you could use. It's definitely going to benefit you in several ways. So yeah, there you have it. This was my deep dive into Tapu Fini. Again, it is a very powerful Ultra League Pokemon, but it's not going to be useful anywhere else in Pokemon Go. If you do not care about PvP, then this Pokemon may be one that you will want to skip out on, but yeah, that's really going to be subjective to every player, so I would love to know your thoughts down below, what you think of this particular Pokemon. Are you looking forward to using Tapu Fini in the Ultra League, or are you someone that doesn't care about PvP, and you think this Pokemon is pretty much just a Pokedex entry? Definitely share your thoughts down below, and let's have a great discussion. And if you ended up enjoying this video and found it to be helpful, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here, and don't forget that little bell so you stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support this channel in any way, then do consider checking out the links that are in the description below. For all of my patrons, they get the benefit of being a permanent friend on my friends list, so if you want to remote raid with me or interact with me in some way within Pokemon Go, then do consider becoming a patron on my Patreon. But yeah, that's going to be it. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.